Oh, yep, that's what the old back's gonna sound like sometimes. It's also the time of year where getting warm takes a lot more effort, it feels like. Alright, let's make sure this sounds okay. Check, 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 check. Alright, let's make sure this sounds okay. Check, check, check. Oh, look at that. It sure does. Love it. Don't have all of my usual accoutrements today, guys, because I left my golf bag in the car. My wife said I'm leaving for a while. Do you need anything out of the car? I said, nope, I'm good. Was in fact not good. For a while? Do you need anything out of the car? So it's my own fault, but you know what? We're gonna make do. We've got a tripod. We've got a good attitude. We've got a golf club that we can swing and hit balls. Ugh. You know what I'm just gonna do is pop this out really quick. Give it the old 1s and 2s. Yeah. Try and get some of the dirt out of it. Okay. There we go. Hello, superstar. Hi. Hi, Miss Lady. You want to say hi to the people? You a superstar on the stream? Yeah, you saying hi? Why? Oh, that's a lot of kissing. Hi. Hi. Oh, that's a good spot for a tinkle, I guess. Okay. Ooh. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Got some Monday Night Football coming up tonight. A really good slate of games yesterday. Oh, I enjoyed seeing my Patriots get a win, even if that goal line offense certainly left a lot to be desired. Oh. I just wanted to come out, hit some balls before it gets too dark and cold for the day. Got a 4-iron here. We've got no glove. But that's okay, guys. We are going to do as much good practice as we can. Lots of drills we can still do. You know, this takeaway drill. Oh. Had to do some work today. Hey, Anna said hi. Hello, Anna. Oops, that's not going to help us do the drill. So the drill here, guys, is you want to get that second golf ball going straight back in the takeaway. And what this is going to show us is if our takeaway is to the inside, that golf ball is going to move to the inside, so we're getting feedback as well. And conversely, if your takeaway is to outside, right, that ball is going to get going away from the target ball. So this is a really good one to make sure that that takeaway is nice and wide. Oh, a little strange having your first swing of the day be with a 4-iron, but you know, it's the only club we have today, so that's okay. We can get as much work done as we can. Ollie said hi. What's up, Ollie? Appreciate you saying hi today on the stream. Still working on warming up, getting the body ready to swing. Man, being able to jump high would be so fun. It's something I gotta work on. Hey, Bryson is here. Welcome to the stream, my friend. P. Merck said leg looks better. I wish. Today it feels pretty good. But unfortunately, it's one of those things that isn't just going to get better. But, you know, when you got it, you got to, you know, accept how it feels day to day and try to do the best you can. You know, still been doing lots of lifting, and no brace is a good start. Well, I've still been wearing the brace, just not when I come out here to swing. So we're not fully past brace life. Sexy Megatron. I'm in my Sexy Megatron era. I think I said that to somebody recently. Just got this huge brace on. Bend it like Beckham. Just working on getting loose still. I'm going to do some ball striking drills. We're going to use this band. Do some towel drills with the towel that we don't have. Try to set that bit in the middle maybe. All right, keep this, whoops, nice and tight. Tiger hardwood, there you go. There you go. Just working on keeping this connected. Boom. It's not going to allow us to throw this and get disconnected, or chicken wing on the way through and get disconnected. So I like this drill a lot. I usually would perform it with a shorter club, but this is the only club we have access to today, guys. So we're going to do the work that we can do. That's pretty good there. I do recommend using like a towel. Can be really good for this drill as well, guys. That was a really good strike. That's what we like to see. Love this drill. Really allows us to do lots of good things in the swing. Staying connected. Making sure that face stays nice and stable. Right, keeping that connection, we're not losing the band. It's starting to feel a little looser. Take some time for sure. A little bit out of the toe on the strike there, but these are the kinds of swings that I'm working on, trying to make sure we can do this at slow speed. If you can't do it at slow speed, you're not going to have much luck at higher speed. It's my number one best tip I could give you, most important piece of advice. If you're trying to get better at golf, you have to learn how to do things slower. You got to learn how to work through the movement at a slower pace. If you guys are working on your game, anything, drills that I can demonstrate, or you're like, hey, I'm out there trying to get better, but I'm still slicing it. Whatever issues you have going on, just let me know. That was really nice. Truth Teller says, we don't play this game in India. Well, there's some golf in India, I'm pretty sure. Trying to make sure this linkage bit in the middle isn't in the way. Boom, just like that. Super high quality strike. Hey, Joseph said hi. Hello, Joseph. Again, we're trying to learn these motions, do these things at slower speed. I want you guys actually getting better at golf. Not just saying like, hey, I did the drills. Why is nothing happening? I think so many instructors fail to teach people how do you actually get better. It's not just doing the drills, showing up to practice. You got to build the skills at slower speed. Truth Teller says, I've never seen a golf course in my life. It is very rare. Maybe one day when I will be a billionaire. Well, I don't think a billionaire is anything we should aspire to be, guys. I think it's a word with a negative connotation. But it would be cool to be able to see a golf course. Awesome says, I'm having some trouble with my driver in woods getting stuck behind me. I've been working on keeping my knees pushed out, but I'm just struggling to get my hand first. If you have any drills for this. And then Grady said hi. Hello, Grady. My chip shots were shanking right today. Please help. Well, that sounds like the face is open random. So, Manya, if your hands are getting stuck behind you, right, and you're back here, and you're having a hard time, you're either going to hit it a mile out to the right, or you're going to close the face and hit some snappy hooks, right? One really good drill you can try is the Rory drill. So split your grip, take your right hand, or your trail hand, I should say, down the grip, right? Take it to the top, and you're just going to make some backswings like this. You're going to feel that right elbow and right arm structure staying in front of you better, right? So make some practice swings where you take the club down from the top with this split grip like this. And that will really help you feel you keep the club in your arms in front of you, right? You need this right elbow working this way into your side as you turn. If it's too far behind you, like I said, all kinds of bad things are going to happen. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. If you just said hi, appreciate you guys jumping in here to say hello. So if your chip shots are going right, it depends on, a couple things, right? If the face is really open at impact, you could see the chip shots going to the right. But more than likely, it sounds like you maybe weren't striking them solidly. If you're hitting them off of the toe or off of the hosel of the club, that can get the ball scooting out to the right. So first off, I would make sure that your setup is good for chipping. By that I mean you don't need a big wide stance. You're not trying to hit the ball super far. You can get a little closer to it, narrow your stance up. I like to open it a little bit, you know, pointed for me to the left of the target some. And then it's just the motion that I want you to practice is a very simple, just imagine you're swinging the triangle that is your arms and the club, almost like an exaggerated putting motion. You're just going to swing the triangle back and through. And when you do that with a sand wedge or a pitching wedge, and you make good contact, that ball is going to pop up out of the grass onto the green. So, Random Don, give that a try. Awesome says, thank you very much. I'll work on that drill. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help. That's what we're here to do, guys. I'm a better coach than I am player, which is an okay realization to have. There we go. That was hit pretty well. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide. If you guys are enjoying the stream, learning something, hanging out, chatting about golf and all kinds of other stuff, hit that subscribe button for me. Really does help us out. On our way to 7,000 subscribers, guys, which is an insane number, given we just started doing this the start of the year. So I'm incredibly grateful for all the support. You guys who have continued to show up to these live streams and support me, support the channel, watching the videos and sharing them, all that cool stuff. Big shots. Grinding as always. There we go. Darren said Happy Gilmore. Evan wants to know, is a driver swing the same as an iron? It's a different swing. It's a different objective. Let's think about some important differences, right? When we're working on the iron swing, for purposes of argument anyway, the ball's on the ground. We're trying to hit down onto the ball, so we have a descending angle of attack. We're going to hit the ball first and then the turf. We want that divot in front of the ball with the irons, right? So it's more of a descending high to low type of swing. Whereas with the driver, it's the opposite. The ball's teed up most of the time anyway, unless you like the driver off the deck. That ball is teed up off the ground. We're trying to swing from low to high because we want that ball launching up into the air with not a lot of spin. So that can be a really good way to try to differentiate between the two, right? Your iron swing is high to low. Your driver swing is more low to high. So that can really help. Robbie said hi. Colton, what's the best way to practice? Well, it depends on your environment and what you have access to. If you can go to a grass range and hit balls at the driving range every single day, then that's probably the best option if I could choose. And, you know, if I had one out my back step, I would probably do that. I think a setup like this with a net would be really good for working on technical things. Hi. But even better than that, guys, there's lots of good drills and ways you can improve without even hitting golf balls. You can just do it at home. I'm going to be working on a series about, you know, at-home practice you can do without hitting balls. Some good ones that come to mind, right? You can work on your turn and your posture by holding a club like this and then practicing, you know, turning, getting this pointed at your target golf ball on the way back. And then conversely, the other end pointing at that golf ball on the way through. So that's a really good one you can work on understanding. You can add in some transition work. So turn to the top, get this club pointed at the ball, transition, right? We're shifting our weight. And then downswing where the other end of the club points at the ball. So lots of good drills you can do at home. Hi, Superstar. Hi, you. What are you doing over here helping us practice? Aiden says, looking for a golf mat that's good. Mine is too soft and not realistic. You ever golfed after smoking a blunt? I can't say that I have. I'm on 300 balls a week at the range. UK winter. Well, that's a lot of work. Also, did you switch irons back? Great eye, Aiden. I'm impressed. No, I've not switched my irons back, but I left my clubs in the car, which my wife then took. It was my fault. I should have grabbed the clubs out of the car, but I did have this 4-iron in the bag upstairs. So I said, you know what? We don't need all the clubs to stream. We can come to a stream, chat with the people, do some drills, talk about some stuff, and just work on hitting some shots with this 4-iron. Hayden says, what a cute dog. Thank you very much. Marlins from the Philippines. Thanks so much for stopping by to say hi. Appreciate that. Derek is here. Mats are super forgiving. Grass range will be best for compression practice. What kind of irons do you hit? Well, this is a Tacoma 4-iron, guys, but my normal irons are TaylorMade MBs. All right, everybody wants a full swing. I think I'm loose enough for a full swing. This is 4-iron, guys. That was hit pretty good, actually. I do think it's funny that people are like, let me see your swing so I can determine how good you are. And I know there is certainly a scale where you're like, oh, it seems like somebody who can play golf or not, but you'd be really surprised, guys, how many, you know, non-traditional or maybe not even aesthetically pleasing golf swings there are out there that are very, very effective. Right? The golf ball doesn't care what our swing looks like. It just cares about impact. Cares about physics, cares about where that club face is pointed. Did you hit the center of the club face? Do golf shoes help my game? I might get some. I do think having shoes that are supportive and give you additional traction can definitely be a benefit. One of the pieces of equipment, like your golf ball, you could say, that you need on every single shot, be a quality pair of shoes. At a minimum, I think, you know, these are highly supportive but non-spiked golf shoes that I wear because of my knee issues. So walking the course is made much easier by having some additional support. But these are also waterproof. I can imagine, you know, if you're out playing early in the morning or in conditions that are maybe a little bit damp, you're going to want some amount of waterproofing or something to protect you from that dampness. That was hit a little low on the face, but not bad. Do you prefer walking or riding the cart? I prefer walking, guys. If I have the choice, I would love to be able to walk every single round. I think it helps you get in a flow. I think I play my best golf when I'm walking. The difficult part is with this knee injury that I've been dealing with, I've not been able to walk very much, and really 9 holes at the most. So I've been doing a lot more cart golfing than I would maybe prefer. But that's okay, guys. It's just a setback. It's something you got to deal with sometimes, and I'm doing lots of rehab every day to make sure that it's in the best possible shape. Even if my ACL it's not going to heal, and I'm putting off the reconstruction surgery, there are other things I can do. There's exercises and physical therapy where I can strengthen all the muscles and everything else that's in there to support it, and hopefully be able to get back walking on the course next year, but we'll see. Give me a cart, a cigar, and a beer. Well, Clinton's got it all figured out. Best golf shoes you ever had. I used to love the FootJoy DNA golf shoes. Those were excellent. Never be afraid to slow it down, guys. You can just go through your whole swing really, really slowly. Be really surprised at what kinds of things you learn. You're good, bro. Thanks, Oscar. I love my Addy Zeros. Jam says, why no surgery? Why no surgery? The doctor didn't recommend it at this point. Basically, like, if you think of your, so I have a partially torn ACL in my left knee. And on the one side, on the top side, it's totally fine. And on the other side, it was torn before and didn't fully, heal, or, these things often require surgery. And so I've been dealing with this for over a year. And basically, because I'm 31 and the nature of the injury and my current status, the thinking is, well, just do the physical therapy, try to strengthen it as best you can, and it's either going to stay the same to where you don't need surgery maybe ever, or it's just going to continue deteriorating, but we don't know that yet, so I have to just kind of keep pushing it and, seeing if it's going to stay the same and maybe improve a little because of the additional strengthening I can do, or it's going to continue deteriorating the way it has been to the point where surgery is inevitable. But I'm in that weird in-between phase. So my anticipation is that I'll still need surgery at some point, but I'm hoping that that might be more like 2 to 4 years away, not 2 to 4 months away. But we'll see. I don't have a good sense yet on what the ultimate end game will be. Any tips for Hayden? Just keep it up, my man. Have fun playing golf. Get out there, play on the course as much as you can. That's the best way to keep improving your scores. That was hit really good, guys. Work on your short game, Hayden. Can never be too confident around the greens. Go out and spend the time. Work on your chipping, your short putting, your lag putting. Been hitting toe draws and my miss is a hook. Do you have any tips to get out of it? So yeah, if you're hitting it on the toe, the best way to try to combat that is make yourself intentionally hit it on the heel. So if you're trying to hit the center of the face, but you're ending up with a toe strike, try to hit 10 balls in a row, striking it out of the heel. You're trying to move that impact location from here this way. So by giving yourself the intention of hitting it on the heel, what I think will happen is you start hitting it more in the center. Because you're aiming for the heel, you're trying to move the impact away from that toe side. So give that a try. Hey, Jamin's here. Just dropped in to show some love. I appreciate you, Jamin. My future son-in-law has a second surgery December 9th from college basketball. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope they have a speedy recovery. I'll be honest, I was not expecting, because my prognosis and given the symptoms that I had, my orthopedic surgeon was thinking or imagining before the MRI that it was a meniscus issue or maybe some sort of cyst. So then to find out that I was facing a full ACL reconstruction, that was pretty daunting. And, was pretty heavy emotionally for a couple days to, I think, be faced with not playing golf for 6 to 9 months and doing a big intensive surgery and a long rehab. But it was also validating to know that there's a good reason for why my knee has been hurting, to find out that my ACL is mostly gone on that one side. It's nice to not have that feeling of like, is it just in my head? Am I making this up? And they're like, no, dude, there's something really wrong with your knee. So that part was at least a little validating. Hey, Adam's here, just checking in. Still dry. Keep doing what you do, brother. Adam, I appreciate you coming to check in again. Really proud of you, my dude. Keep up the great work. Also, guys, really quick, I want to talk about if you're new to the channel. We've been doing these live streams for a long time. And there was a point in time where I sort of started dipping my toe into some coaching, and I pulled back and said, I don't know if that's, going to be the future. But upon additional consideration, and because of the volume of people asking about it, I have started offering one-on-one coaching lessons. So there's a link in the description of the live stream. If you're out there saying, man, I really want to take my game to the next level, I've enjoyed watching John on these live streams, and I appreciate how he conveys information, or the drills really seem to work. That option is out there now. It's going to be pretty affordable relative to what the big names are charging for online lessons. But I really just am interested in taking it to the next level for people that want that or willing to push their game. So go check that out if anybody's interested. Beckham says, I'm going golfing when I'm on vacation. What should I focus on when I'm on the course? If you're going when you're on vacation, just have fun. You know, maybe you're playing with rental clubs, but you're probably playing somewhere new. Just go out, try to have a good time, enjoy the good shots. Pro coaching changed my golf life. My course is closed Sunday due to wet weather. 6 to 9 months is devastating. Hope you get back to it 100% soon as possible. Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate your kind words. And I do think I would echo that. I know that I benefited greatly from lessons, even if they were sporadic and infrequent throughout my golfing life. I always have learned something. So I figured if there's a chance that I might be unable to swing and play golf, that I could at least continue giving back and helping people with their games and offering some enhanced one-on-one coaching. Thank you, sir. All's well, bro. That's great to hear, my friend. Wow, guys, it is rapidly getting dark. I am not a big fan of this time of year. Pretty soon it's going to be dark before 4 o'clock. All our friends in the UK are like, yeah, bro, it's been like that already. That was hit a little heavier than we'd like it to be, which is okay. Sir, no more. Ugh, these dogs sometimes. No, sir, this lack of sunshine be bumming. I'm with you, Jamin. Hopefully, Santa's little helpers are crafting up a new hitting mat. Cheers from Wisconsin. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Sir, no. No more. You gotta settle down. Whew. There's always something going on, guys. Robbie, could you hit it? Chad got me rolling on that one. You know, I know it looks pretty bad, guys, but there's actually a fair amount of spots I could still hit from. All right, you guys want a full swing? We'll do a full swing. This is 4-iron. Been working on smoothing out that transition still. Making sure the takeaway is nice and wide, just up the plane. Robbie said, thanks, you're welcome. If you haven't already, guys, drop a like on the stream. Really does help me out. Let's go back to doing this band drill. Oh. Don't have access to my full litany of accoutrements like I usually do, guys, but we're doing the best we can with some not ideal circumstances. And by that I mean I'm the one who left the clubs in the car. My wife said, do you need anything out of the car? I said, nope, I should be good, completely forgetting that I had put the clubs back in there, but that's all right, guys. Got this band here, working on our connection in the swing. This is really going to help us turn. and turn. Is that a custom-built marquee? What's the height at the center? Marquee. It's not custom, it's just a tent. This is like a party tent. I got this at my local big box store. I go to Lowe's. I think it was 99 bucks. It was a 10 by 20 tent. And you're right, I did have to get the one that has the height in the center. And the one mistake, the one thing I would do differently would have been moving this hitting area slightly off center so that that high point of the swing, it's only an issue with driver. If I moved the tent up another 3 inches, it would be totally fine. But with driver, I do sometimes hit the top of it if I don't move far enough over. But even then, the tent has the height. It's just that I didn't center it properly. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this setup with the net return net there. You're welcome, PK. Hello, sir. So again, guys, this drill is going to help us stay connected as we turn back, turn through. Pretty good. Got this PVC pipe frame from work. Gonna try to make a makeshift practice net with a drop cloth. Wish me luck. Well, good luck, Jamin. I would, here's my advice. Start slowly. Maybe don't start with the full swing with like a 3-wood or a driver. Maybe grab like a wedge and try chipping some to make sure that it's gonna hold up to higher speeds. But I've been a huge fan of having this at-home option, guys. I certainly have practiced more than I would have otherwise. Definitely going P-wedge first, LMAO. Yeah, that would be my idea, Jamin. Man, it is darker than I wish it would be. What do you guys think? Should we keep doing some streaming inside? We can do some putting as well. That wasn't a very good swing. Let's see what happened there. Let's see what happened there. Setup looks pretty good. Happy with that. Yeah, maybe just hit it bad. It's gonna happen sometimes, guys. Doesn't always have to be something standing out on video. That was a great strike. See, you don't have to do anything different sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta keep the reps going. I like that swing a lot. I'm really happy with that tempo from the top. Not rushing it. Do 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 do. What else can we do with a 4-iron, guys? We can do some extension drills. Really make sure we're not moving up and into the ball. These can be really, really effective for keeping you back from going this way. There he is. Do 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 do. Guys, I think we're going to hit a few more balls and then probably wrap it up for today. It's getting quite dark out here. Do, 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 do. See, Jamin, you'll know it anywhere, which is great. Can do the feet together swing, which can be very effective, again, for learning some of these moves, working on your ball striking. Oh, machinist, it's a drill. We're doing a drill where you put your foot back, and this is going to help keep the pelvis from getting forward, moving towards the ball, right? This is a drill you would do if you were fighting early extension or coming over the top some. Trying to keep everything working. The crack of the contact in the Indiana Jones, I can hear a mile away. I love it. I love it, guys. Excellent strike there. With all these drills, guys, I'm doing them at slow speed. I really want to work on hitting the ball first and then the turf. Go feet together here for a few. Pretty good. Also, we can work on our takeaway. All right, we want to make sure that ball's going straight back. So if this is going to give me feedback on, see, that was a little bit inside. I want this golf ball rolling straight back. Right? You guys have probably seen Nelly Corda do this drill online. Nice and wide in the takeaway. No rotation in your swing. Well, you haven't seen my swing. We're just doing drills right now, my friend. But I appreciate you coming to share your observation. This is just a little chippy feet together drill we've been working on. So yeah, you're not going to rotate a whole bunch when you're doing that, working on something else. Down syndrome, Jesus said hi. If you guys need me to hit a full one, we can do that. Why don't we do that? That was hit pretty good. Let's take a look. What's a good distance for 7-iron? You want it to go however far you're intending to hit it. So that could be 150, that could be 185. But you want to hit it straight, you want to hit it that distance. Unk differ it. Duffed it. You guys would be able to tell if it was duffed, I think. The club twirl, love it. Yeah, I mean, why not? You got to practice the whole thing, right? Absolutely flush the ball. The club twirl comes after that, right? Another nice one. You can do a little sassy club twirl. How do I hit a stinger shot? Great question. So for the stinger, a few keys, things that are going to make it easier that will really help. You're going to move that ball a little bit further back in your stance. I like to open my stance some, so my feet are going to be pointed slightly more to the left. Ball goes back. And then the follow-through gets abbreviated. Right, so it's a normal, even sometimes just a long, lazy backswing, and then you're going to really cut off that follow-through. So it's going to look something like this. You can hear that was hit really hard, but it's going to come out low and compressed. Good shot, Unk. Thanks, bro. How much does setup cost you? Well, sports guy, if you click on my channel, there's a whole video dedicated to talking about the outdoor setup that we built. Go check that out. This is a Tacoma 4-iron. My gamer bag is not here at the moment, so we're using what we have. Any tips to maximize the distance on driver? Yeah, swing it faster. I like your white sneakers. Thanks very much. These are the Nike 90Gs, Air Max 90Gs. All right, guys, one more good full swing here. Then we're going to call it a night. Oh, it's a little out of the toe. Let's hit one slightly better than that. Can you promise me that you'll never wear them untied if you can? Sure. They're always tied. How do I know if I'm rotating my hips enough through the swing? Swing it faster. Horrible advice. Who said swing it faster? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, if you want to hit driver further, you can swing it faster. There's two choices, guys. If you want to hit any club further, higher club head speed or optimize your launch conditions. So with driver, if you don't want to swing it faster, you can make sure you're hitting it out of the center of the face, that you're launching it between 13 and 18 degrees with about, spin in the low 2000s. That's how you're going to optimize the carry. But once you've done that, you need to learn how to swing the club faster. There are two choices. The ass wiggle. What putter is in the bag? I've got a Lab DF3 in the bag at the moment. I really like them. May I see if I can look at them? You talking about the sneakers or the irons? We can do both. How about this, guys? You can check out. This is the 4-iron that I had in storage. So when I didn't have my clubs, I said, you know what? We can still come out and do a stream. There you go, Daryl. Yeah, got a good look at him. All right, one more good strike here. Yep, that was pretty good. Really, really good. All right, friends. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel recently. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me. We are hurtling towards 7,000 subs, which is insane. Couldn't do it without you guys. Hit that like button. We will see you next time.